Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we have the final LEGO Marvel Avengers free play video, and it happens to be level 15 Ultron Undone free play. That's right, and I say it is the final assuming that you've been following along in all of our videos, and that this is the final one you need. So, the true Avenger requirement is actually 260k, but who's worried about that with all them red brick stud multipliers we got on? We do get a chance to freely, and we also get all 3 character tokens, and of course, the final 10 Minikits. So, assuming you've beaten the story, and assuming you have a character with the digging ability, as well as Ultimate Ultron, because he can manipulate cosmic bricks and do other things, go ahead and head to space and choose Ultron Undone, which is found right up just northeast of where you start. And, all right, let's go ahead and choose your favorite character, and gets to getting, huh? Now, this first scene starts off, and there's a lot happening, and it moves fast. So, as soon as you gain control of Iron Man, head north on your screen, go to the top, and you're probably going to have to turn around and go back. Now, quickly, at the same time, I also somehow managed to take out 2 of the 3 gold ships that are flying around. Now, these gold ships are flying around clustered together, and unfortunately, the way things happen, I didn't really get to show you them like I had planned. So, you should see them flying around. Just simply don't save that first ship and fly around until you get all 3 of those gold ships, and it'll give you the little counter as you get them. And, oh yeah, by the way, if you're in a hurry, feel free to use our quick links, which are down below in the video description. So let's say you only need the red brick for this level, or maybe you only need a character token. We have quick links that'll take you to all of the collectibles, and you can skip through all the stuff that you didn't need to be wasting time with, huh? Because you know what? Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, so this is pretty simple. You would probably remember this from the story mode. We simply just need to fly around to these rescue ships that are kind of not quite making it, not quite rescuing, and we'll go ahead and help assist them to get onto the deck of the ship here. Basically, there are 3 of them, and after you save the first set of double ships, you're going to see this little icon. It's a silver little cage being held up by some balloons, and when you get close to it, an icon will appear over it. For us on the PlayStation side of things, it was the circle button, or circle, and for you Xboxers, I guess it would probably be the B button. Could be. Alright, once you get all 3 of the gold ships, you, of course, got the free mini kit floating around up in the sky, and took out that silver cage by pressing the icon indicated, you are welcome to go ahead and push in the final 2 rescue ships. And, yeah, that'll take us to a cutscene which we have removed. And just because I haven't said nothing, we have sped this video up ever so slightly. And, that's because we want to get through this quickly and not waste any of your time. And, well, and we didn't want to cut anything out either. That being said, we're in kind of what is the first stage of the final battle. That's right, we're fighting Ultron. There are, like I said, multiple stages to this. In the first one, we're just kind of running around in a circle, dodging his shots. He has a couple of different attacks he does at us, and he also sends multiple sentries out to get us. And basically, you just got to avoid his attacks as best as possible and take these little guys out to dancing, you know. Cha-cha, cha-cha-cha-cha. And, alright, so we are almost through this first section here, and once we get through it, he is going to, I believe he picks up Thor and shows how displeased he is with us, and we have to spam a button. I can't remember if it happens in this one or not. To be honest with you, there is some stuff coming up at the end of this level, and it's almost impossible to get all of the collectibles in one go. But we're going to show you how to do it, and I barely make it in the nick of time. So that's coming up soon, and I'll get to that in a second. But once you see the cracked wall, instead of going to the cracked wall, head over to the right side of the area. You're going to see this little honeycomb, or not honeycomb, it's more of like a bell shaped. It's kind of like a beehive almost, looking gold bar. Take it out, grab the character token. Then fly up top, grab the Minikit. Holy cow, this is happening fast, and it happens faster as we get deeper into this video. Now, in the back middle section, again, before taking out that cracked wall, there are some cosmic bricks back here that need to be manipulated. So Ultimate Ultron will do an excellent job of bringing those up for us, and look at that, it brings up a throne there. and gives us a Minikit. Now, how cool would that be if that was kind of a hint to like a Game of Thrones Lego game? Now, I know they'd have to dial a lot of the content back, but how cool would that be, huh? Anyhow, we head over to the left-hand side, we see these green handles. So we're going to rip those open, and it actually reveals a Minikit just chilling. So make sure you grab that before making your way off. And, oh, that's right, you got to build it up first. My bad. Build it up and then grab it. And at that point, you are free and clear to head on over to the far right side, which we're going to find a digging spot. This is kind of an unusual digging spot. It's just, you can see there's some bricks there, and I'm standing right next to it. I'm going to choose Reptile, and I'm going to all of a sudden get this icon pop up. I'm going to press it, and I'm going to dig my way down under, and I pop up and push up a Minikit along the way. So that's nice. Make sure you grab that before advancing. Now, last but not least, we're going to head over to the left-hand side and take out this crack. Now, right behind the crack on the right-hand side of the area, there's a grapple hook. You can already see the little grapple point there. We're going to head there and pull out Hawkeye to go ahead and rip down the next character token. Now, okay, let's kind of move ahead a little bit and talk about this next section coming up here. Here, once we get the Scarlet Witch, there are 3 little meters that go up on the top of your screen there that she will need to fill up, and it's basically just a time-based thing. You have to avoid attacks from Ultron as well as taking out his sentries whilst this meter is filling up. Now, there is some quick stuff we got to do, and I highly suggest watching, like pause your game before you advance anywhere with the Scarlet Witch, and watch all of it to kind of get an idea of what needs to be done, because there's a lot of stuff. But all right, that being said, we got to ring his bell. Ring that bell. Use some telekinetic powers to go ahead and shake that bell up, or shake it up. I could have gone that way too, huh? All right, either way, eventually Ultron will pick up your character in control, and ironically, I was Ultron, so he picked himself up. But you just have to simply hit the button rapidly that shows up for you, and he will drop you. And then here we are in round 2 of the attacking from the globe. He leaves his little safety globe here in a minute and flies up top here. But we have to avoid a series of attacks and, of course, a bunch of sentries first. And, you know, I don't know how these sentries work. I feel like the faster you take them out, the faster these sequences are. But I don't know if that's true or not. You may end up killing or taking out 25 sentries if you move fast, as opposed to just being slow and taking out 10, you know. Once you get through this second wave, though, it actually drops some stuff in the back and reveals a gold wall. And, you know, we kind of touched this. Well, all right, we talked about this, let's say that. What's going on here? It can, you know, never mind. Let's just move on. All right, we can see there's this gold shape we need to carve out, so pick a character that's got the heat ray and complete the shape there, which we'll just not talk about, and build up the pieces remaining into an organ, which using a little bit of telekinetic abilities will reveal a shock panel here. And we'll have to switch to Thor in order to charge up his hammer and, of course, pump it up. So we've got the charge, and we're going to charge it up. Oh, wait, the guy was in our way when he took us out. What the heck? See, I don't like that. TT Games, fix that. If we're in the act of filling a meter or something, we should be invincible. I'm not sure what happened. I feel like previous LEGO games have been that way, and for some reason it's not that way in this one. Maybe I'm just tripping, but all right, once you play the organ, it bothers Ultron tremendously. He drops down, and you got to give him 3 pows right in the kisser to remove those 3 hearts. He hops back up into his protective globe there and grabs us one last time before floating up, and then he kind of lets out. I don't know what that is. I mean, he may have had some I don't know. I don't know what he was eating, but it looked like it was rather explosive. Let's just put it that way. All right, grab Thor's hammer with the vision, and it'll take us into this next sequence here. And this is the sequence I was talking about with the Scarlet Witch and the 3 meters that fill up. Now, these first 2 are simple. You actually have to initiate the Scarlet Witch and make her action happen. The third one, though, you don't have that luxury. You have to move really fast, and I'm telling you, you might have to play this over again. But if you watch all of this, if you pause your game and watch all of this first, you'll do a lot better that way. But you start off by heading over to the right corner. We're going to do a scan, which reveals a grapple point on the back of this green car. Go ahead and use your favorite grappler to rip the trunk off and get that Minikit. Now we've got Minikit 10 labeled here because this is the first of 3 boxes that we actually dig up and destroy. And because there's 3 areas and there's 1 in each area, we unfortunately can't get them all together. So we've got quick links for each of those. If that's the only one you need, feel free to look down below. There's 3 different links for number 10. Use them all. All right, once you've got both of those smashed, you just need to take out some bad guys and pretty much wait for the Scarlet Witch to fill up that first meter. Once it's filled up, it'll cue you to transition over to her by pressing the character select button. And we've got a full meter, and we've got an incoming little cinematic moment here, and there it is. And from here on out now, we will have the ability to switch on over to her and then do her little pulse charge that actually takes us to the second area. Well, technically, it reveals a buddy boost pad, and then we have a little interaction with that. Then it takes us to the second area. But all right, so we've made the blast, and look at that. We've got an Avenger scan point there, which we can walk up, and yep, we got a scan. That's right. It's kind of like the sonar, but it's a little different. And it reveals that there are 2 characters needed. It looks like Hawkeye and Quicksilver. So we'll get those guys, and we'll mount up, and watch this. Pew! We shoot them on over there, and we're off onto the second side over here. Right in the back corner, there is a dig point. Remember we talked about those dig points? Well, this is not one of the 3. This one actually takes us into a secret little area over here. Grab that Minikit, and because time is of the essence here, make your way back and talk to the collector. Now, in our first run, because as I mentioned, I didn't get all the Minikits in my first go, I had a hard time switching characters right here once it was time for the Scarlet Witch to do her special thing. So I went really fast through this. And that's why I didn't give much time in between that Minikit and talking to the collector. But essentially, there's a fire that needs to be put out. There's some bricks that need to be built up into a crowbar. Use your telekinetic abilities to pry open that little, I don't know what it is, coffin of some sort. And once you open it up, it actually gives you some bones. You know, them bones, build them bones. Once you build them up, it actually has a skeleton dancing around. Go ahead and give him a pow right in the kissa, which removes his head, and actually grab that head and take it to the collector, which will then give you the red brick, which happens to be the collect ghost studs, which at this point is pretty irrelevant. We don't really need that. It's kind of a vanity gold brick, if anything. But, okay, now the second of 3 digging spots is in the second area here. So if you're using our quick links, we have made it to the second area of battle, and we are going to not switch to the Scarlet Witch. We're going to stay here. Now, like I said, you might want to pause and pause your game and watch the third section because it moves really fast, and it happens as soon as we cue this little special here. All right, so as soon as she does her pulse, we get access to another buddy boost pad. As soon as we use it, as soon as we gain control of our characters, we have 1 minute to take on 3 different tasks. I highly recommend sticking with Iron Man as soon as you make it to the third area and using your rockets to destroy the wall on the right, because there's a blue checkered wall, as well as the box right in front of you. It does take the box a few seconds to flash and disappear, just kind of like some of those glass windows. But watch, here we go. Let's do this. We got 1 minute to make this happen. Start off by blasting on the right side of the middle area here. Take out that big brown box, and then fly over and take out this blue and white wall here. Rebuild those pieces into a buddy boost pad. Now, you might have better luck than me with the toggle, and you might be able to switch to the old Quicksilver character a lot faster, but you're going to want to use that as quickly as possible. Now, there are a few things that I mess up here, so there's certainly a little bit of extra time, but once you use Quicksilver to get up and get that character token, immediately run to the far left side with him and switch to Captain America. This will allow you to put out the fire in the back, and I believe you have to smash the debris under the fire, but it might just be a time-based thing where it just takes a second for that stuff to disappear. Once it does, Stan Lee removes himself from that debris and frees himself, and we'll get the check mark. Woo! All right, here we go. Last but not least, we got to run over to the middle area and dig up the third box. As soon as you dig it up, smash it, and booyakashow. Look at that. We had no time to spare. It takes us into this final cinematic moment where all of the heroes are just doing their dirty work, really, and It's going well. So we skip that into the scene there, and it takes us right to this final moment where we have to repeatedly press the button appearing over the Vision's head, and then it'll take us out to the final moment where all three superheroes combine powers to take down Ultron for the last time, or as we would call it, Ultron Undone. And there you can see, because of how close it was with that mini kit, I even checked to make sure it counted, because it didn't actually get all the way to the bottom corner before the screen changed. So, all right, here we are, the trifecta. Rapidly press the button above their head, and booyaka show! Pat yourself on the back. Level 15 Ultron Undone free play is now complete. We got a ton of studs, and one might even say a boatload, which we got well beyond the true Avenger requirement. All right, and what are we going to do with 10 billion studs? I mean, come on. I know there's some characters we have to buy, but... Oh, speaking of characters, it looks like we got the Collector, potentially for getting all the red bricks. I'll have to look at my notes again, but we did get 4 characters unlocked in this level, and I'm assuming the Collector is obviously for... I mean, that only makes sense, right? I mean, we got all the red bricks now, so that's probably where he comes from. So we did freely, as well as we grabbed all 10 of the mini kits, which actually leads us to all 150 total mini kits. And look at that. We've got the Mighty Avenger comic book cover, and now... Guess what? It's probably time to go check out that trophy achievement for getting all of those mini kits. Right. All right, so there's the exit level. That's maybe going to be one of the last times we see that screen. I'm not sure. I don't think it'll show that on the old free roam. We do have some cleanup stuff we plan on doing, some trophy achievement videos. We've already had a couple of requests from you guys, one for the character, custom character one, and I know there's going to be a few other ones that Dougie wants me to put together for the trophy achievement guide on our website. But hey guys, it's been an absolute blast. Pat yourself on the back. We did it again. We got through another TT game, and booyaka show. All right, if you guys have any questions or comments, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply leave the comments down below. We'd love it if you guys gave us the thumbs up if you appreciated this video. And of course, if you really have been following us for a while, make sure you subscribe to us so we can get all of our videos right in front of your eyes as soon as possible, because that's what that subscribe's supposed to do. All right, I've been goofy long enough. It's been a long day. I really appreciate all your guys' support, all your feedback, all your comments, all of everything that you guys do that keep us afloat. And for me, I'm going to get back to work because I still got some stuff to do. So, as always, until next time. Woohoo! Woohoo! We are done with free play. All right, next up, 100%. Sayonara!